Now recognizes the gentleman from Montana, Mr. Downing. You're recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you, Mr. Secretary, for being here. Mr. Secretary, I want to thank you first for championing American energy dominance in your role as in the Department of Interior. In particular, your support for coal mining. It's invigorated a crucial industry and helped secure jobs in rural communities, including mine in my home district of central and eastern Montana. So, first, I'd like to hear your insights on this administration's vision for the future of American coal. Can you explain why the administration believes coal remains a critical component of baseload electricity generation, particularly as we see demand increases from AI data centers and domestic manufacturing growth?
Well, the coal is critical. It's critical as a baseload energy source. It's a reliable 7x24. It doesn't get disrupted by supply chains because most of the power that we're generating is near the mines that produce that coal, as it is in your state and my state. The other thing, of course, is that we now know that in some of these coal that we've got really high concentrations, some of the highest in the country, of critical minerals that we need. The opportunity for co-processing of those critical minerals at the same time we're doing thermal generation is significant. The number one thing we can do to make sure we maintain stability of the grid is stop shutting down reliable baseload. In this last year, the Trump administration, through the 202C authorities that Chris Wright had as Secretary of Energy, and also just utilities realizing that they were putting themselves in a precarious over-rotation towards intermittent, unreliable sources. 17 gigawatts of baseload coal remained open, and that was critical to getting through the peak winter days this winter. So again, the administration is fully supportive and appreciates your support for this industry.
Thank you. And so kind of, moving on from there, can you discuss how the prior administration's restrictions on federal coal leasing affected long-term planning and investment decisions for domestic mining companies?
Well, it was a full-on assault. It started during the Obama administration, and then it accelerated during the Biden administration. But in some cases, there was rules and regulations that were put in place strictly to try to shut down coal. And of course, if there's a coal plant operating in America today, it's clean because it's survived this 20-year onslaught. And it's remarkable how the industry's been able to respond to produce the clean power source that they do.
Thank you. The Trump administration has actively moved to reverse the previous administration's war on coal mining in Montana. And this includes President Trump signing into law my CRA resolution reversing Biden's coal leasing ban on the Powder River Basin, as well as the Department of Interior, under your leadership, implementing emergency permitting measures that have helped sustain mining operations such as the Bull Mountains mine in Muscle County. So, Mr. Secretary, how important is it for Congress to act to codify these efforts to ensure the long-term viability of coal mining in America?
Well, I think it's incredibly important because, as we've discussed here, I mean, we need baseload power. Is absolutely it's imperative that we maintain that baseload power, and it would be imperative that we can move some of these energy discussions away from out of ideology and into having the durability of Congress passing laws to support them.
Thank you. In the interest of time, I'm going to move on something that's very important to me: supporting Indian country. I want to thank you for those answers, but. One of the important roles that the Department of Interior has and plays in Indian country supporting our tribes, including the 8 tribes that we have located in Montana's 2nd Congressional District. So first, Mr. Secretary, I appreciated you highlighting in your testimony the importance of the federal government upholding its trust responsibilities to our tribes. Can you elaborate on how President Trump's fiscal year 27 budget for the Department of Interior will support fulfilling those obligations?
The key thing here is driving towards supporting sovereignty, and part of that is making sure that we're creating the right kind of environments for tribes to be self-sustaining. And so, again, reviewing programs that are ineffective and laden with overhead versus making sure that we're getting dollars in the place that actually helps the tribes.
Thank you. What steps can be taken both at a congressional level and administrative level to ensure that the Bureau of Indian Affairs serves tribes and fulfills its obligations in a timely and efficient manner?
Well, I think that, the number one area for Congress to focus on is ensuring that we've got appropriate funding and staffing for BIA law enforcement, because again, we're finding that there's cartels and other organized crime are using these as safe havens.
Yeah, unfortunately, Mr. Secretary, I've run out of time, so on that, Mr. Chair, I yield.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to ask you now